And welcome back to the A4Q Testing Summit. With me today, I have Isabelle. We will be talking about the rise of software testing in Africa's startup nations. First off, I'd like to thank all of the viewers that have stayed tuned throughout the whole day today. We have a few more sessions to go. If you have any questions about this evening's session, please feel free to leave them in the comment section from wherever you're watching, as well as visit our website and view our program, because we have a short voting stream available for each of our speakers for the Best Speakers Award. Isabelle, please tell me more about software testing in Africa's nations.
Thank you so much, Abby. My name is Isabelle Bucyeyeneza. I'm from Rwanda. I'm born and raised from Rwanda and proudly called to be called Rwandan. Today I'll be speaking about software testing in Rwanda and Rwanda as an Africa startup nation, and I'll be explaining more about the name and the reason for our country being a startup nation. A little bit just to start, I want to take you through the agenda of the day, the content, the way I'll structure it. I will start by self-explanatory to myself, my career, my professional background, and then I will get a tour in Rwanda, startup nation. Afterwards, I will talk more in depth about software testing in Rwanda, and then present to you how the ICT market in Rwanda stands for attraction. So my name is Isabelle, as you can see on the screen. I am an IT as a professional, 9 years of experience in IT industry, 5 years in testing since 2018. I have a bachelor degree in science and information technology and an advanced diploma. I am a certified tester from the ISTQB with 3 different certification levels: performance test, analyst, agile tester, and the CTFL Foundation. I am also managing director of TestSolutions Rwanda, a complete 100% software testing company that offers several services in testing aspect. And I have a quite experience in my bag, as with 5 years of testing, I've been able and fortunate really to work on the international projects. I manage some and I tested some. So I am a member of Future to Come, a board of Rwanda, yet not yet an international software tester board officially. So why Rwanda called Africa's startup nation? To take you through Rwanda, first of all, welcome to Rwanda. Rwanda is a country of 1,000 hills and 1,000 solutions. Rwanda, as you can see on the screen, it's really pretty small country. The little tiny here, red, you can see the red dot. That's my country. And our area surface is 26,000 square kilometer. Population about 13.6 million, but this statistics is from last year. We have different seasons, actually 2, the rain and the dry, but long rain season, short rain season, then dry long season, and short as well. They're interspacing into other. Our currency of the choice is Rwanda franc. We use Rwanda francs, and we speak the language called Kinyarwanda. But also, business is a first language. English is a first language business, and French the second. Rwanda as a startup nation. Rwanda is a really enclave landscape country. We don't have neighbors. We don't touch the ocean. we're not super rich in the mineral resources, but yet we are developed. At least we are there. We are on the right track. Then what Rwanda is, has positioned itself as a central IT hub in East Africa through its strategy of 7 years that started in 2020. So Rwanda has acquired and put a lot of effort in infrastructure to really to be a center of IT services in East Africa, yet later to expand in Africa. Rwanda development strategy is based mostly on technology and innovation and digitization. As now I'm speaking, all of the government services, at least up to 70%, are getting service online by the goal of next year, 2024, to be 100% fully digitized all service administration services of the government. So you can see that it's in the core of our politics and the strategies to get the development of the country. Rwanda, again, has the right talented modern infrastructure to attract investors and also to be able to serve if then we are positioned as a next hub or biggest hub. Not only we have put the infrastructure in place because we have very good internet. I'm sorry to say, but I think we have a better internet than Germany. Currently speaking, I'm sitting in Germany and Berlin, and I've been experiencing some of the internet connection problems. But Rwanda, we have almost the whole country covered by the internet, 4G actually, broadband. And we have the international companies have already established in Kigali, the capital of Rwanda, in Kigali, started their business there, and now they are expanding in the other countries. For speaking of the technology, if you can see, I don't have the note with me, but our 500 note franc, on the back of it, you can see the student with laptops. That means technology, we are trying and we want it to be really in our DNA at the early age. From the school, primary, one laptop per child is a program of the government where every children has a laptop, just to incite them to be good in the sciences and to start early in technology, because that's one of the pillar we think can develop our countries. To our country, Rwanda also is sustainable growth and the cream. Rwanda has been placed, I think, in Africa as the cleanest and greenest country in Africa. The commitment to put into environmental sustainability goals, it's there. We have several projects that sustain green, to mention a few. Also, Rwanda, one of the other pillars is a good governance and political stability. I know this could be a topic, very open topic, but at least for us, it works, and we can see the good of it. We have got development, because Rwanda, not only being a safe country, it's also promotes women in leadership, now in sciences. If you go around companies, you'll see most of companies now, women have been involved very much into technology and politics. They occupied several numbers in the institutions and the governments. So let me now talk on the most important topic today, is how QA is playing a role in this development of a national startup country in Africa. To give a little bit of a story, ISTQB or testers in general in Rwanda, they're only 5 years old. You can tell they are very, very, very young. 5 years old, but very committed testers around Rwanda. We are still few, but very committed. Before 2018, you couldn't find so-called professional testers in the country. They were a team of QA among the team of developers in charge of assuring that the product does what it's supposed to do. But how they were doing it, I don't know, because I was not a Q at that time. But at least they had a concept that the quality is the key and we need to deliver the quality. Therefore, we didn't have these professional trainings and experienced testers to do it. So 2018, the government of Rwanda, in partnership with the ICT Chamber, is a private sector that's really helping private companies to get right connection, it's like a federation. And on the other hand, together with RDB, the Rwanda Development Board, with the GIZ, the Germany agency, think about the lack of the quality of the software, also the inclusion of a woman in tech. Then they created a program called Record. That's how when they launched 2018, the first cohort of testers, they had to bring on board international testers to train some people, including myself. So the first cohort was trained in 2018. We were a team of 8 women. And we spent 2 months on the CTFL course and then took the examination. Some of them passes, some of them failed, but at least that time, that when the software testing was born in Rwanda. You can see the picture here, so we were happy. So this is now the statistics of how it stands today. Since 2018, the first training launched and conducted successfully. Today, we have 280, and this number I've verified, 280 software testers trained in the country. Among them, 106 are certified already, at least on the CTFL certification. We have 4 training centers accredited, and currently, 4 to mention. I think there are 4. I'm pretty sure. And on this journey, 10 and above companies, private, government, have sent their employees with the team of QA mentioned before to be certified, to get trained and do the certificate, to be on the standard and the test on their products in-house. There are banks, there are some insurance companies, there are private software shops now have QA in their team. 1 or 2, but they're there. The 10 plus I mentioned here, they're the partners who brought the QA to be trained by these 4 accredited testing centers in Kigali. So I want to talk again about now the contribution of the local actors from 2018. Those were trained and experienced, at least called on our level, what they have been up to until now. We don't have a community yet of our testers in Rwanda, but there is a way we meet and gather and share knowledge and share experiences from the company we work for, and looking forward probably to have our own community of testers because we have grown up. So the testers, not only they got the CTFL from the program of GIZ, because we're on the program only for 6 months, if I'm not mistaken, but because we, including myself, we enjoyed so very much, and then we chooses to pursue the software testing as a career, then we started to onboard the rest and whoever feels interested about that. We started and we kept learning. So some of them got from foundation level to advanced level, and then others still foundation level, but on the different certification. Software, we've got performance tests, which is for me was difficult. but we got it. We have test analysts in country. We have agile testers in the country. We have foundation level testers in country. And soon we'll be having also the test automator certified testers. We have testers that can do test automation, but I'm not sure we have an automator certified tester. So all those pioneers have been placed into different companies, and among them, actually, 50% are women. They have been placed into companies that they're still doing QA since 2018. You can imagine the struggles we went through, but let's reserve for later. We from that time now the company has seen there is something coming and something good that is on standard level, international levels. And then they freely get into the sense of better quality and better practices to be employed in their software development life cycle. And then they started to hire. Now we started to see on the vacant that we are looking for quality assurance tester. Before I barely get the offer on LinkedIn or other platform looking for testers. Yet you get some quality team into the software development lifecycle. But since 2018, mostly 2020, we were starting to see the position open for testers because they've seen the training was successful, and those testers they have in their team, they are bringing value on the product. So that, and then people started to be, of course, curious about the career, what we do, how we do it. Of course, there was a lot of challenges. Maybe there will be some question about that. Happy to respond to them. And the openness of the business and the industry created the need and also the opportunity to students who were still in schools, because with school when we were doing software testing, not software development, but quality assurance. We didn't talk about it barely. So these pioneers took advantage and liberty to train others. You can see on the pictures, there are some different seminars. We're giving a talk about what we do, because people would barely understand what we do and how we do it, and why actually they should test, giving it a third party to test. These are different seminars we conducted. Then the trailblazer in software testing took advantage, and on the scene, the photo, there is me and two other colleagues. Even the next photo, there is myself and other testers. All these are testers. Maybe there'll be a question why all women. Let's see. We have started now to get involved into events, into communities, into podcasts, into social media, writing about QA, asking about QA, got invited to panels. And we liked it because that gave us opportunity now to express ourselves and really tell what tester is and what the value can bring to the product compared to the products we had before. We did that, and we've seen that the community grows, and many questions came in our inboxes, and we're happy to respond to that. We did this in a different events, colleges, universities, online podcasts, YouTube channels. At the university, maybe during the induction weeks, when it is a women in tech, they invite us, and then most of us are attending and then participating, really to raise this awareness about software testing in the country. I can highlight some of the impacts our pioneer, our trailblazer have made to our country. Our country got known worldwide because the testers, the team of testers that we started with, we got a chance to work on the international project I mentioned, more than 20 projects. So we acquired experience on those projects. And we from the projects, the country also get known about that. They were like, oh, so you can get testers from Rwanda, and they're really good. So some companies heard about that and identified it and choose to open businesses in Kigali. Among them, I think there are 2 to 3. Among them, there is a company I work for, TestSolutions, and 2 others. And the good thing is, not only international companies opens the offices in Kigali offering testing, also there are 100% local companies that they offer not only QA but also software development. I can name the names. They are there and they are using their testers up 100% Rwandan. So you can see that at least testing and quality assurance has gone on the next level and people now understand it. You can see every day, not every day, I'm sorry, you can see time to time someone reaching new boxes like, hey, I want to transition. How can I do that? Can you be a mentor? Can you know? So for us, it's a pride. We can see that there's an impact and we can assure even the world have seen we can do it, and the country is behind us, is supporting us because they're putting some money into it, to develop this community. So let's a little bit talk about now the ICT market in Rwanda. You might wonder, it's a very small country. How is the market? Testers are only 106. The knowledge, how it gets supported, what are those companies are willing to hire and pay for this testing. Here is a big chamber. Rwanda has a private sector, and within the private sector, there is a specific chamber for ICT. These are the big players on the market when it comes to technology. ICT has been funded 2011. Yes, since that time, it has grown numbers into the membership. The company has been getting information from ICT Chamber. Is the only one body that connects, that links the private sector's technical to market. They have events. They offer several services. They do. They drive and protect investment and innovation. They promote export of ICT products and services. They creating career path through skill program. Yeah. I told you even that before, even one cohort I was among in, the one of the sponsors. So not only they create a market and bring investors, but also they make sure they skill up. They have a program for skill up where testing play a role among other skill programs they have. They make sure they take students, let's say young graduates or other people who want to transition. They reshuffle their skills on their program called upskilling program. And then they bring investors. They're like, hey, we've got talent and this is a talent. So they're creating job and they empower the talents to work on those jobs, as well as they're creating business for those companies they are bringing in the country. So ICT Chamber have been really a motor to the development of the country when it comes to the ICT aspect. For this, we have banks, and they're very good banks, and we have insurance companies. We have, I spoke about software development shops. All these key players in ICT private sector, they do have QA and they need QA more. Every time they reach out to us, hey, can you give just a little talk or shuffling to the newbies, fresher? to get up to speed, because we've got business, we have clients, we offer service international, yet we need to hire more. So there is a demand. This chamber has created a demand so that every company is willing and feel like they need to have QA in their software development team. They played a very big role. Yeah, so I spoke a little bit before when I started about our Rwanda SDQB board. It has been launched this year, but not yet officially an SDQB board, but we are keen to that and we hope we'll get there soon. So here are some of the photos we can see. Stephen Kirkor with our dear Ford, Mr. Ford, the president, opening, give us this privilege. I'm happy and honored to share this photo with one of our biggest achievements we have gotten. With this, we can see the future. We are seeing more growing, more talent. We are seeing growing, bring more business and certifying people, from the STQB. Not only just learn from online learnings and then do the exam online, but now we can produce the talents local. Please pray for us so we can be accredited. These are some of the testers I mentioned that will keep playing a big role in our community, in our society of awareness. Here, they were at one of the biggest university in Kigali. I think it's an international university called Carnegie Mellon, to speak about QA and to bring the awareness of the engineers that are being soon graduating, to have at least a portion of what QA is and how can be integrated into the software development, to be a little bit ahead, to add value on their codes so that when they get on the market and then they get a job easily, or we hire from them immediately. So Africa University, Carnegie Mellon University, Rwanda Coding Academy, to name a few. But this is some of the impact I mentioned local actors are playing on ground. News, you can see the newsletters, the newspapers, online papers starting to write about software testing in Rwanda. They're proud and they make it known. This is one of the newsletter. Here as well, and then this one is international. The first one is local, this one is international. It's a Japanese. So they write about testing in Rwanda, so that we exist and we can serve the international market. These are some of the achievements our local actors have played in the industry to put the country on forefront and also contribute a lot on our product. Here also is another local newsletter writing about the local products and also the role of the testing in this product. So that was it. Thank you so much. I'm open to questions.
Thank you so much for such a valuable presentation. I think that it must be an experience starting out the testing industry in Rwanda. We do have a few questions for you. As a person who's been testing among the first in the country, what are the challenges that you've faced and how did you overcome them?
Good question. We encountered a lot of challenges. Not only technical challenges, but also society, being a woman in tech, because the first cohort was 100% women in this. And also we immediately got clients. So imagine being in the training and then after your first certification, here is a client and the client is international. We don't know even where to start. You've just read this in the syllabus, It was a challenging, but luckily, we've got a mentor. He was a German, actually. He was a Germany. And then he accompanied us into that. The way of communication, that was the first barrier. The time zone was the second barrier challenges. And then the test management tool, remember, we used to report in Excel. how to write a good bug, how to add all these screencasts and proof, how to communicate to the developers, to add value, not only even finding bugs. The time was like finding bug, I get them find bug and then I report a bug. But bringing a value, challenge a developer, the best way of doing things. That was a very big, very big challenge. I think from the first 6 months, I couldn't do that. I thought my role is to find a bug and to report a bug, and I make sure at least I report a bug. I couldn't know how to rank the bug's severity, and no, So it was a lot of challenges, and the client was the work first. It was remote. Even remember, it was remote, and then after the manual testing, he also asked for the automation. And then I remember when I quitted the software development to the QA, I was running out of the codes. And then I was like, again, coding? Because I didn't, at that time I wasn't use any tool or any framework to do the automation. Now it's much easier. So you get to know it. And then as long as we have the background in code, you can do the automation, putting some work. So, but that time was terrible. Automating with Xcode, after time you are trying Catalan, after a minute you're keep trying things and none worked. So we didn't lose the client that time, but he was obvious. I was like, I'm helping you out also to learn from my project, but really you're not delivering any value to the project, to my business. There was a lot of challenges, and then we had this thing like, okay, this is an international client and it's just temporary work. What if the contract is terminated? What next? No one will hire me from the country, So how will I survive? And I've already quitted my job. So it was just the decision and the passion to pursue and keep doing it because it was enjoyable. I was enjoying what I was doing. I feel like 5 years coming, I will be somewhere. And actually, I set goals. I remember them, I wrote them down, and all of them have been accomplished. So I was like, let me just persist and do. And if I don't get a job or the industry don't develop in the country, at least I'll be a trailblazer, and then I'll go outside and do something. Yeah.
Of course, and with experience comes very valuable knowledge. Our next question aligns with this, but does the Rwandan government support quality assurance?
100%. I already mentioned that from even me to start being a tester, it was a government collaboration with the GIZ money. There is ICT chamber, there were Rwanda Development Board, our umbrella, and also the partner, the finance, the GIZ. So they support it. That's number one. Secondly, they even employ, you see testers among national institutions. They're there. The private sectors, they might not. It's business. Depends on how business works. But government, when they have a structure of team development, they has QA in it. So they support it. Now, ICT Chamber, in the collaboration with ISKI, they are trying to bring also to have our own board. That means that they're 100% behind us, and they want us to see us shine and they offer this service from local. Yeah.
Wonderful. What are some of the challenges that you face when getting clients in Rwanda?
Good. The challenges getting clients in Rwanda may be the market size, and also some people are still thinking testing is super expensive, and yes, it is, but it's bringing value. It's still hard to convince a client the reason why paying for consultancy tests or any testing type. There's like, I have my internal QA, they can do it. But we all know if you develop something for yourself and then testing for yourself, you still need a third eye. But at least it is not like zero. They don't have them. So convincing a Rwandan company to have a professional tester external is still hard due to the budget. That's one. And also some of them, I can say 30%, 40%, they're still thinking, why do I have to pay for a testing? We can test ourselves, or our clients test and give us feedback. But they don't, that time they don't think about the timeline, the timeline, the budget. Time goes with the budget, and then it's still hard, but we'll get there. We have come from far, and then the future must be great.
Definitely. We have a question from the audience. It's from Martin Klunk. Is there good advice that testers from Rwanda could give to German testers?
Oh my God, yes. My second project was from Germany. And that time I had only 6 months of experience. Now I have 5 years of experience, and I work for a company. It's a Germany based, but opens off the show in Kigali, and 100% of our testers are Rwandan. And now we're getting other clients. And before, not only even joining this company, before I was completely work for a company that serves 100% international client from the US, from the Canada, from the North America, and some clients from the Europe. So it's possible. Rwanda speaks English. Rwanda speaks French. Some of the European countries have same time zone. Now we have came from far. Now at least we know how to test. We have all these test management tool. We have certificates. We are bringing value to the team. So yes, 100% they can bring testers from Rwanda, and we are there to serve you though.
Wonderful. Isabelle, thank you so much for your valuable presentation. It was such an insight to hear about software testing and quality assurance right from the center of Africa. We appreciate you being here today, and to our viewers who are watching live, please be sure to visit our website and check in on our program for our voting panel. You can simply click on Isabelle's name and provide her with your rating score for Best Speaker Award. Isabelle, thank you very much for joining us, and we hope to see you again at our next conference.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you.